for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splash, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Finding Hilton on the slant.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts' 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Stopped short of the goal.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Colts 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 180.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 41, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
The tackle made by...
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Minnesota.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Tackle made just shy.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
12 yards there and a 1st down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
13. Colts, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
That's another Colts 1st down.
First and 10.
They run the draw play with Mack. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
At the Vikings' 24-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Good.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
3 yards.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 13, Colts 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Right, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
At the 19.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. And now a throw on on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A second down throw for Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll make it third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. First throw now for the backup Bortles. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings.
Complete to Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Sometimes I wonder, partner, what it would be like to just do a bar graph for all the players in the NFL to see where they came from in college to where they are in the NFL. And Danielle Hunter, a guy with less...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Kyle Rudolph.
25 yards that time.
At the 5-yard
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime winning...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Colts 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's got room. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Bortles going to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And a rout is on here in this first half. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Down right around the 25. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down and 7. Now a give to Madison. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Madison. Big hold of the 30. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 82 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run it with Madison. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Abdullah. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to hit the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Looking deep for Hilton. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Going on the ground with Madison. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's Rodgers on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's good.
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Phillip Rivers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
For the extra point.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 36, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Rivers. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
It's now
2nd and 20. Again, looking for Pittman. A better result here. Rivers. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Yet another... interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rivers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Good. Makes the score Vikings 34, Colts 24.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now Abdullah, the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The handoff to
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and
for a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. 30. 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
34.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
9-yard gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Minnesota.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Minnesota.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Vikings.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit out and running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Bailey missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Rivers.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Doyle.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Results. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Bailey got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Rivers to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
31.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, scope. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, scope. Touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pad, walk for the sack, shaking them all.